Okay guys, so we're going to clear off a spot on this bench to work on the carburetor. We're going to tear it apart to all to its pieces, soak it in some tubs of carb cleaner, and then we'll throw it in the ultrasonic cleaner and get everything polished up. So hopefully it will work just fine without needing to buy a new carb for this thing. So just okay, it should have basically all I need in this box here. And if not, I will go find it because the tools are strewn around from working on my sister's four-wheeler. Hey, these aren't normal. Okay, never mind. Tools I need are most definitely not in here. This is all Torx and safety Torx and hex. So, gotta go grab a ton of hex keys. Okay guys, so we got the ultrasonic cleaner here. I just have to grab a cord for it real quick. There's no outlets over on that side of the shop for whatever reason. So I gonna have to run an extension cord. Okay. Right here. Of course, it goes onto this side. Clean my hand before I touch anything plastic. My old phone case was an black OtterBox and had gray spots all over it from where a carb cleaner had gotten dripped on it and turned it not black anymore. Okay, so we have the first tub of parts. And this was all the small things. Been soaking in this probably a good 4 hours. And here we have a second tub of parts. Well, kind of. We have the top of the carburetor here. Now I'm just going to leave that suspended like that, try to get it to drip out. Then we're going to take this, the one out of this can. This is the cleaner stuff. Cleaner relative term. I know it's very clean. Probably fill it to about there. This whole thing is getting eaten by the plastic ultrasonic cleaner we use to clean carburetor parts. Gets eaten by the carb cleaner. Just set that over there. The inside tray is metal, but the outside's all plastic and stuff gets dripped on it. Okay, so now we'll drop in all these parts, little parts, a spring. Now that I think about it, I think usually I just drop that whole basket in there so I don't have little parts floating around, but it's a little late now. Drop that in. The throttle valve, float bowl, and I'm just checking, make sure there's no seals left. Float bowl in there. The whole slide itself. I'm not wearing I'm wearing new pants. I don't want to get carburetor cleaning goo all over them. I'm just going to slide all this stuff over that way now. And hopefully be able to fit the, or maybe I'll do it this way. Fit the, there we go. And then we'll set this going, and then we'll come in here, we'll flip the parts that only half in over. So what's the greatest this thing goes to? I think it's 4. Yeah. And then we just hang on, and it makes terrible noises. So I guess we'll run this through a couple cycles, and then I'll be back and we'll reassemble this whole thing. So yeah. Okay guys, so just did 2 rounds. Now I also added more of the cleaner, so all I have to do is we're gonna turn this guy on its side, set it for 4 minutes, so that's 8 minutes. Then we'll do 2 more rounds of 8 minutes, and flip it over the other way, 2 more rounds of 8 minutes, flip it the other way, 2 more rounds of 8 minutes, and then we'll probably just let it sit overnight because it's starting to get later. So just, wrong button, man. Start. And that moved everything around. Okay guys, so it's the next day. Taking all the stuff out of the carb cleaner, and I'm realizing that I definitely should have put all the little parts in a tray. So we're gonna put this O-ring over this guy. Good. And this little plastic cap goes on the end of this, there, just like that. These rubber guys, this one goes on this little brass guy on the carb, and this one on the front faceplate goes through that hole. Faceplate's got a lot of wet on it still. Dried off some. Faceplate. Gotta go get the tiny screwdrivers. Be right back. Back with a couple tiny screwdrivers. So we shall tighten this guy right back down in where it came from. I believe it was just in all the way tight. Okay, so order on which we're gonna do this. Start by cleaning up where this throttle pivot's up here. Okay. That's that. I think my first step is going to be this throttle plate assembly. Now it appears it goes this way because it only fits this way. So I'm just gonna, I know there's a gasket that goes in there. First I'm just checking. Okay, that's how that goes. And we'll dump it out. These were the safety Torx screws. 1, 2, 3, and there's a 4th right here. So these guys, safety Torx screws, and there is gonna be a gasket that seals this surface. Okay, Then we'll drop that into place. Drop in our screws. $8mm wrench. So now this spring, the bigger of the two hooks, loops around this surface here. If I had taken this mounting plate off, you could probably just drop it on. But if you loop it around, set that right over on top of that. There's a little plastic washer, probably Delron or something like that. This goes there. Get that to go through the hole in the slide assembly, and then this hooks on there. And you have to get this guy out and above the stop. And you slide everything together. Get that lined up nicely. Drop in that 8mm screw, bolt, fastener, whatever you prefer to call it. Next up, I guess we'll put the top cap on. So to do this, I want to make sure this surface is good and clean up here on the top. Knock off the edge from the RTV. I'm going to go grab a razor blade. So we're just going to use one of these scraping razor blades to get rid of. I want to keep it flat so you don't score the surface. But we just want to knock down the RTV that's on here. Top cap on the carb. Throttle still opens just like it should. I probably should have done this little throttle arm piece first. Figure out how this goes in. Does it go like that? No. Okay, I think I got this guy figured out. I got this little spring that hooks. Oh, come on. Pushes that down, which ends up pushing this little push rod through this guy like that. You see, I'm not exactly sure why it does it. Maybe we'll look into that when we're in the bottom of the carb. So now this rubber collar goes on there. That's what seals that little hole up. Okay, that seems to be functioning. So now we're gonna flip it over start working here on the bottom.